To the casual fan, Game 3 of State of Origin, where 2 games has been won by one of the states, could be considered a dead rubber. Doesn't matter. Why play it? But to the true fans out there that bleed maroon and bleed blue, there is so much more at stake. For New South Wales, they're playing for pride. They don't want to get swept. They don't want to be known as that team that got swept. For Queensland, they want the sweep because since the inception of the 3-game State of Origin series in 1982, there has only been 7 sweeps, 3 going to the Blues, 4 going to Queensland. The last time the Blues swept the Maroons was in 2000. That's 23 years ago. The last time the Maroons swept the Blues was in 2010, 13 years ago. It means so much to the real supporters out there. Now, let's get into the... G'day guys, and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video, I will be giving you my preview and predictions for State of Origin Game 3. And no, to me it is not a dead rubber. There's so much still to play for. Let's go Maroons, let's get this sweep done. But anyway guys, let's jump straight in and get into the team list. So I'm super pumped for this. So we'll open up Queensland's, we'll open up New South Wales, so we'll open up, there we go. We got them on the screen. Well, for me anyway, for you, they were probably already on the screen. Let's go over Queensland's team list and the changes. AJ Brimson at fullback, Coates and Taulagi on the wings, Holmes and Tabuai-Fidow in the centres, Cameron Munster, Alan Daly, Cherry Evans in the halves, Ruben Cotter and Tino in the front row with Harry Grant at dummy half, Jeremiah Nanai and David Fafita in the second row, and at lock, Paddy Carrigan. Ben Hunt is the first bench player with Lindsay Collins, Mo Fotuaika and the debutant Corey Horsburgh. Tom Dearden is the 18th man and Jermaine Hopgood the 19th man. For the Blues, James Tedesco at fullback, Brian To'o on the wing with Josh ADDO-CARR. The centres, Stephen Crichton, Bradman Best. At 5'8" is Cody Walker and halfback Mitch Moses. Jake Trbojevic and Regan Campbell-Gillard make up the front row with Damien Cook at dummy half. Liam Martin, Keon Kaloma-Tangi in the back row, and Cam Murray is the lock. Isaiah Yeo, Jacob Saifidi, Reece Robson and Clint Gutherson make up the bench with Scott Drinkwater, the 18th man, and Spencer Leniu, the 19th man. All right, let's talk changes. Queensland, AJ Brimson comes in for Reece Walsh. We've then got Corey Horsburgh coming in for Tom Flegler. Love it. I absolutely agree. These are the changes that I would have made as well. Could not agree more. I like Tom Dearden as the 18th man, and I love Jermaine Hopgood getting his name in that Origin arena as the 19th man. For the Blues, a lot of changes. Bradman Best comes into the side. Cody Walker, Jake Trbojevic, Regan Campbell-Gillard, Keon Kaloma-Tangi, Jacob Saifidi, Clint Gutherson, Scott Drinkwater as the 18th man, and Spencer Leniu as the 19th man. A lot of changes here, and I'll tell you what, I actually really like the Bradman Best inclusion. I know a lot of people were confused as to why he got selected, as was I at the start, but I actually rate it. I think he is going to do an absolute legendary job for the Blues in this game, and I'll tell you what, he's going to want to, because if he doesn't do a job, he'll probably never get picked again. Let's be honest. Another change, Cody Walker into 5'8". As a Rabbitohs fan, I'm happy for him, but I'm also annoyed that it's happened in Game 3. This, look, you've still got a lot to play for, but I tell you what, if the Blues lose this, Cody Walker is going to be the scapegoat. Cody Walker and Mitch Moses are unfairly going to be the scapegoats. And I hate that. I really do. I love the inclusions of Jake and Regan Campbell-Gillard, but I would have had Junior Bolo there over Jacob Saifidi. I love what they've done with the second rowers, bringing on Liam Martin and Keon Kaloma-Tangi, getting his starting debut. That is amazing. Cameron Murray is the lock. I love that as well. I would not be surprised if he will captain the Blues in the next year or two. And then off the bench, obviously, you've got Jacob Saifidi there, one of the new faces, and Clint Gutherson. Brad Fittler came out today and said he has no real plan for Clint Gutherson. All he knows is that, their back rower their centre has gone down in the last few games and they needed somebody to fill in there. I think this is a crazy decision. For me, I would have gone someone like Tyrone Peachy, Siosifa Talakai, or even Matt Burton. All those players can slot into several positions. I think that's the way you really should have gone. But at the end of the day, I'm not a selector. What do I know? I'm just a fan, obviously not of New South Wales, but of rugby league in general. If I'm being honest, will there be late changes for the Maroons? I do think there might be a late change. I reckon Reuben Cotter might start off the bench and Lindsay Collins come on, but you never know. Lindsay Collins has been an absolute workhorse off the bench, so that's probably not going to happen. But I think if there are any, it's going to be something like that, or Ben Hunt starts Harry Grant off the bench. Other than that, no changes. For the Blues, I reckon there's going to be a change. I really do. And you can clip this now. I'm probably going to make a separate video or use this as a separate video. I think the Blues are going to make one change before kickoff. I think the change is going to be Clint Gutherson will drop to the 19th man and Spencer Leniu is going to come on as a player off the bench. Big call, I know, but I reckon that might happen. I really, really do. But yeah, look, I think both these lineups are great. I think it's going to be an entertaining game of football. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means. I think we're in for a great, cracking game of rugby league. All right, let's get into some matchups that I am excited to see. One matchup I'm keen for, obviously, Cam Munster and Cody Walker. I would say they are both up there for the most, the players with the most X factor in their position. Cody Walker can create something out of nothing. He leads the league in try assists, or he might be second there, but he definitely leads the league in line break assists. He was leading the league by far and away last season with try assists. I think he is going to be tough to stop. But Cam Munster and Cody Walker against each other, I think that's going to be an absolute fire matchup. Next up, I'm loving the matchup in the front row. Tino Fa'asua Malawi and Regan Campbell-Gillard. Both big boys going at it. I think it's going to be great. Then you've got Reuben Cotter and Jake Trbojevic. Again, two players that are kind of similar but kind of different at the same time. Both tackle hard and their tackles stick. I think that's going to be a great matchup. Jeremiah Nanai and Keon Koloamatangi, two second rowers who are noted try scorers. I think that's going to be a juicy matchup. And then the battle of the locks, the battle of the long hair as well. Cameron Murray against Patrick Carrigan. That is going to be a juicy matchup. I cannot wait to see. But that's my matchups out of the way. Now let's do my predictions. So we'll finish it off with my player of the series, but we're going to start it with my try scorers. So I'll give you my two first try scorers and then two anytime try scorers. So for the Blues, I've got James Tedesco scoring the first try for New South Wales. And for the Maroons, I think we will see Valentine Holmes cross for the first try for them. My anytime try scorers, and now these are going to be players that are juicy value. So it's not going to be your Xavier Coates or your Murray Taulangis or your Brian Tuttos or your Josh ADDO-CARRs. It's going to be a couple of players that I think could get that meat pie but are at a little bit longer odds. Keon Koloamatangi for the Blues is one of my try scorers. I think he will cross that line at some point, especially if he runs off a Mitchell Moses pass or Cody Walker wraps around and gets him over the line. I think Keon is good odds to score a try. Like, really, really do. Jump on him if you can. Even if you just chuck $5, I guarantee you'll get a good bit of money back. But gamble responsibly. Always gamble responsibly. All right, for the Maroons, I'm going to go a little bit left field here. I reckon debutant Corey Horsburgh goes over for a try. That one is long odds. That is a long odds. I tell you right now, it's very unlikely, but I think that Big Red goes over. It's going to heat up. It is going to heat up, and I think there will be a fight at some point. And I reckon Corey is going to want that try. He's going to cross that line. I'm calling it now. Corey Horsburgh and Keon Koloamatangi, anytime try scorers. All right, my match results. So, being a Queenslander, I'm going to stick with my boys here. I'm back in Queensland to win this one, 21-14. I'm going a 7-point game. Crazy, I know, but I'm going a 7-point game. I reckon it's going to go late in the game, be about the 70th minute. They'll be locked up at 14 all. Queensland will put over a field goal. It'll go to 15-14 with about 8 minutes to go, and then we'll see a breakaway try from maybe a Munster or a Holmes or a Hammer, one of those players, and Queensland will go on to win it 21-14. That is my prediction there. And my player of the series, I think you can put your house on this one. Lindsay Collins. He's going to have another massive game in this one. I think if he's not man of the match in this one, he will go close, but I do think he will get player of the series. That is my pick there. Let me know your picks down below in the comments, guys. Do you think New South Wales will stop this sweep, or do you think Queensland will be way too good? I'd love to hear from you guys, but this is far from a dead rubber. We're in for a cracking game this Wednesday. Can't wait to see all your comments down below, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, my friends, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.